guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Wimbledon. If we could get 400 likes on this video, that would be genuinely amazing. Now, enjoy some highlights of the games that we've played this month. Things have improved a little bit, and there's been a lot of work gone into this episode, and you'll see why in a sec. There are highlights of all the games except for the York City game, and I'll explain why afterwards. So enjoy these highlights, and I will join you guys in a sec. There we go, guys. Another 0-0 in which we were the better team. Akinfenwa this time missed an absolute bloody sitter. Akinfenwa steps up to take it, and he scored. Top of the table, Oxford 0, Wimbledon 1. We are just so good away from home against the big sides. The ball in. Baldock's header, and yet again, we cannot stop conceding from corners. Oxford 1, Wimbledon 1. If we can get away with a point, that would still be a great result, but I have a horrible feeling we won't. And there we go, Oxford 1, Wimbledon 1. A great point away at the top of the table team. Great result. He's through. Oh my god. Morecambe score. Wimbledon 0, Morecambe 1, Sean Miller, the ball nodded down to him, should have been won by Kennedy, but it wasn't, and we trail. Frankham goes short, Clark's ball in. It's in the back of the net from Carly Osborne. Wimbledon 1, Morecambe 1. We've actually scored a goal from a corner, would you believe? Wimbledon 1, Morecambe 1. Lyle Taylor missed 2 more glorious opportunities in this game. Slips it through for Frankham, he's onside and it's blocked, and it's over the line amazingly. Accrington 0, Wimbledon 1. It's a Wynnard own goal, and we're actually leading away from home. I thought maybe a draw here would be a good result, but a win would be even better. He's got support out wide from Bartram. Bartram's through. Bartram could score, and he does. Accrington 0, Wimbledon 2. Andy Bartram. I changed the tactics slightly today to allow Bartram to get involved, and it's worked a little bit, but I'm still not sure going forward whether this is what I want to stick with. Over the top for Elliott. He's through on goal. Can he score? He does, amazingly. Accrington 0, Wimbledon 3. We've played breakneck counter-attacking today with some nice wingers. I'm wondering if maybe we need to go towards this sort of system. Ball in again, and Elliott's in there again, and it is 4-0 to Wimbledon. Tom Elliott with his 5th goal of the season, and what a result this is away at Accrington Stanley. We won the game, and I did change the tactic quite a bit, but I just feel like this tactic's a little bit too close to the start of the type of style I was playing with Wales. But it's got the results, and maybe that's a good thing, but I don't know if I want to play the same tactic from this save as I did in the other one. It's not exactly the same, but you know what I mean. Right, guys, we're back, and for some reason I got a crash dump when I tried to load the league table, so that's very, very bizarre. It's the first time I've had a crash dump all year, on FM16 days, of course. So yeah, here's the league table. We are 12th in the league at the moment, which is pretty decent, only 2 points off the playoffs and quite far away from the relegation zone. But yeah, the reason I didn't livecom the York City game was because in the Accrington Stanley game, I was getting a bit sick of our sort of performances lately. I needed to do something to shake things up. So I implemented my tactic from my Yortable save, which was supposed to be a tactical incubator for this save originally anyway, because I figured that they have similar kinds of players. Obviously, they're better, but you know what I mean. And I tried it out, and we obviously won, which proves that this team with a good tactic can get results, which is great. But then I didn't want to just stick with that. So in the York game, I played the match on full. That way I could analyse every little thing. And every 10 minutes, I took stock of what the statistics were saying and the analysts and the pro zone stuff and tried to tweak things as it were. Second half, we tried out a different tactic, and things just seem to be good. So I've got 2 tactics that I'm working with now. You'll see them in a sec, basically. But that's kind of where we're going with this at the moment. I just feel like we need to do something, because although we're moving up the table, you know, we've picked up some weird results. Like, we lost some games that we should have won, and we've won some games that we should have lost, and the draw away at Oxford was a surprise. It's all very mishmash, and I want to get some more consistency. We're unbeaten in a few games, and that is good. So I'll show you the tactic in a sec, but first let's take a little look at the squad. That is the wrong one. Sorry, I was on a different save earlier. Let's see. No, I want copy of overall, that one. There we go. So goals so far, top goal scorer is Tom Elliott and Lyle Taylor with 5 apiece. Now, Lyle Taylor has improved a little bit. I'm still a bit worried about him, though, and I'm not sure how we're going to handle that. Akinfenwa's got a few, though, which is great. As for assists, Reevesy's got more there. Frankham is getting more game time now, although I'm not sure I'll be playing him there, although we may not have a choice. We've got quite a few injuries at the moment too, which does not help. Last 5 games though, well, we can't really count Andy Bartram, though he will be playing a bit more now. So there you go, that's kind of the averages over the last few matches, basically. I could really do with Vinnie Jones as my assistant, frankly, over these matches, because he would absolutely rollick them. It's a shame that he isn't available in the game, because let's face it, he would strike terror into them, and that's kind of what we need right about now. So let's take a little look at the tactics that we're working with now. I'm going to go with the 4-4-2 today against, yeah, we've got a 4-4-2. I've never actually made a 4-4-2 that worked, so I'm very, very pleased with it. Although there's one change I wanted to make that I haven't got around to doing yet, and that is trying Reeves as a more attacking approach, because otherwise it's just attack, support, defend and automatic, and I felt there would be too many gaps here, so I want to put Reeves further forward. I'm also tempted to move Bartram onto an attacking role, basically, but it's a standard type of 4-4-2. We're using a defensive deep lying forward is Akinfenwa, and we'll just do a quick pick and see, make sure, yeah, okay, we're good. So it's actually the same kind of lineup that I was going with earlier. So Clark and Frankham. Now, Clark is not designed for that position, obviously, but we don't have much choice at the moment due to the injuries that we've suffered, which are very, very frustrating. And of course, we're lacking at right back as well, which is also very disappointing. But we're doing our best with what we've got, basically, and that's the main thing. We've got plenty of strength in that middle, and I'm really looking forward to getting this one started. Now, the issue I found with Akinfenwa is someone suggested for me to play him as a false 9. Now, he is useless as a false 9, like absolutely woeful. There's no point in playing him there. So if I played a false 9 tactic, he just wasn't going to get in the team, basically, because, yeah, he'd have to come in here, and he just isn't as good as Lyle Taylor, allegedly. So it just wasn't going to happen for us, basically. That was the problem. So I tried that for a bit during the game against York, and we just didn't seem to create much. The problem was, when I actually played him, I obviously had Lyle Taylor playing the false 9 role with Tom Elliott up front. But the point is that it just doesn't seem to work that well when we do that, and I felt that maybe a deep line forward is a role I used to use with Red Star Belgrade. Seems to have a better track record. Now, of course, Hartlepool are playing a 4-4-2 as well, but I just feel like ours is better. That's the simple fact of the matter. Now, the other tactic, of course, is very similar to our original one. I'll just set up the team first, and I'll quickly show you the other tactic. Actually, no, I can't really, can I? But basically, all I did for the other tactic was go in, remove all the instructions, because I was reading some stuff to do with, simplicity is best. And then for the first half of that game against York, I was just turning them on and off and just testing little things and seeing what kind of effects it had on the team over that period. He really twisted his knee. All right, he's okay, good. But as you can see, we've started well. Possession is really good. I noticed our possession statistics went through the roof when we tried this against York. Obviously not to this extent, because obviously we had half the game already. Through for Taylor. Can he turn? No, he can't. He's blocked, though. But this is a good start from us. We've had 4 shots in the first 15 minutes, hit the target 3 times, a clear-cut chance, some half chances. Good stuff. I don't know what it is about this. Considering they're playing a 4-4-2 as well, ours just looks better. I've called it Orinoco, obviously. So yeah, but basically the changes that were made for the other one, we've literally got very few instructions on it at all. And it does seem to work, but I think it's the sort of tactic that I'm probably going to revert to for games where we need to pack the midfield. Oh no, come on, Painter. Good tackle from Sweeney. It's quite an aggressive tactic, this one. So it utilises some of the individual player instructions that I used on my other tactic. The Wales one, which is very aggressive, so we might see our fair share of fouls and yellow card, but I still think it could be worth it for us. Taylor, can he slip it through? Reeves is making a run. That's what I want to see. Taylor holds the ball up well. Falkingham loses it, but it's back to Reeves. We recycle the possession really, really well with this. And we're looking better at corners. The one problem we've also got is that we still cannot stop conceding from corners. I can't physically stop it. Akinfenwa! There we go! Deserved lead so far. Admittedly, Hartlepool United, of course, I believe they're bottom. No, they're not bottom. They're actually second from bottom. But still, it's a good, a home win is something we've really struggled to get out of late, and to get this today would be magnificent. I'm hoping that then if we can settle down this tactic, it means in future games we can finally just start to enjoy things and really start to, I don't know if we'll ever actually manage to get into the playoffs this year, but even if we can just get some wins under our belt, solidify ourselves as a mid-table club, start tweaking the tactic a little bit further for next season, and hope that we can then sign the right players that fit the roles that we want to play them in. Obviously, that's important. We don't want to be putting square pegs in round holes. That's suicidal in this type of system. Look at that. 4 good chances from half chances. I don't know what the clear cut was. It's irrelevant, because the fact is it doesn't matter whether that counts them as half chances or clear cut chances. This is something I noticed as well when I was looking at the Pro Zone stats. Isolating these chances, we played against, during the York City game, they actually had some decent chances, according to the stats. But when you actually looked at the chances, they were those ones that it calls clear-cut when they're nowhere near clear-cut, where they're at a horrible angle and never going to score. So, you have to be careful. Bartram's through! Oh, bloody hell. See, that counts as a clear-cut chance. To me, that isn't. He's got no chance of really scoring unless he pulls that across the goalkeeper, which he didn't. But the point is, we've got some good chances so far. We're leading 1-0. The issue is, though, remember against Northampton Town, we were leading, we were creating opportunities, but we were not scoring them. And if Hartlepool do decide to flip things on us, which York tried to, I noticed that when we actually found ourselves on that sort of position, this tactic almost became even more effective, and it seems to have 2 dimensions to its play. Because we're pushed quite high up, which is fine. But if I do find they're getting in behind, I can drop it slightly deeper, and that seems to work just fine. The other dimension to that play is that when they do try to come at you like that, you then have this all kinds of space in this kind of area of the pitch, basically. I'll show you when we get the ball in a good position to actually show you where the players are, and it's important to take note of where the players are when you get possession, because if there's players finding holes, which in this system they are, there's all kinds of pockets of space, which this system just seems to slot lovely, particularly against a 4-4-2, it seems, of Hartlepool. It didn't work quite as well against York. We did win the game, but we didn't look quite as good as we have in this game, I have to say. We've been exceptional in this one. We're lacking a bit in terms of defensive substitutes. As you can see, we've got Luis Kinsella, he's back, and I will bring him on for a little while, and Jake Reeves will come off for Tom Beer, who I'm told is an excellent playmaker. So that'll be the changes for now. We are still winning 1-0. A 1-0 win would be absolutely fine, provided that, you know, we've got lots of positives to take from it. But look at this again, right? Kinsella has the ball here. He's got an option out to his left, who's not being marked. He can make that channel run there, but he can also pass it inside. And once he does that, which I assume he's probably not going to because of the way 46 is positioned, 16 will then run into this channel here. That's the idea anyway. Let's see if this comes to fruition. No, he's gone out wide for Bartra, but there you go. Falkingham moves out wide, and now Beer gets the ball. And generally it means that there's always a spare player in the midfield for us, and that's generally the way that this tactic seems to work quite nicely, which means you can drop it off for Falkingham, out wide for Clark, and we're decent from crosses too, because we've got big players. Clark drops it short for Beer couldn't keep hold of it, which is a shame, but it's come back for Falkingham. We're good at keeping the ball and winning it back, which is great. Out wide for Frankham now. Can he get a ball in? Goes short for Clark. It's going to get back to Frankham. No, goes back to Beer. Back across for Falkingham. There's players in all kinds of space now. Can he just slip it through for one of them? It's gone through for Akinfenwa. He's never going to score. He has scored. Okay. Bit weird for the defending side of things there, but Akinfenwa's grabbed himself a brace today. And finally, we're getting the best out of Bayo. The beast is finally firing, and that's what we needed. God, he even looks like a beast on here. Just runs off the back of the defender. Goalkeeper should come for this, and I don't know why he doesn't, but it doesn't matter because it is Wimbledon 2, Hartlepool United 0, and thoroughly deserved, frankly. I don't know how well this tactic's going to work away from home, but the fact is, against York, it did. It worked. Decent enough. And admittedly, that might have been because we'd already taken the lead in that game at the point, but, you know, it's hard to tell. I need to do more testing, but for now I'm actually pretty pleased with it. So we're going to get off Lyle Taylor, who again, look, 6.7, he's done nothing today. He's looking uninterested. Cheers for that, Lyle. So we're going to get on Sean Rigg, who is a better sort of advanced forward. We've got 4 solid strikers, Rigg and Lyle Taylor for the advanced forward roles, and we've got Bayo and Elliott for the 2 deep line forward roll. So there you go. I think that's going to be it basically. But a 2-0 win and a clean sheet. We've limited them to 1 shot on target in the entire match. Oh, bloody hell. Shea took a risk there. But the point is, this isn't a team that's missing quite a lot of key players, particularly on that right-hand side. We've not got our first choice right back, nor have we got a first choice right winger currently. So I think there's a lot of good to be taken from this tactic, particularly at home. And that's what we really needed. And it's still a counter-attacking system. But look at the possession we've got. 60% possession playing counter-attack is beautiful. There we go. Wimbledon 2, Hartlepool United 0. And I can be very, very pleased with that. I am ecstatic. Falkingham with the man of the match will get himself a 9. I assume that's because he gets a lot of passes in now. That's another thing I noticed about this. If we could just take a little look at the match stats. 526 passes, 419 successful. So decent pass completion, but a lot of passes too, which is beautiful. So really, really pleased with the way things are going now. We're up to 12th in the league with that. I'm just going to quickly show you the league table. So we can choose the game. We also got Barnsley in the FA Cup first round, which is a bit of a pain because I would have liked to have had a chance at winning it, but what can you do? So that actually puts us 1 point off the playoffs, amazingly, and nicely 12 points clear of the relegation zone. Positive goal difference, which we actually had when we were right down at the bottom too, but things are looking up for us now. Is that 3 straight wins? It is, I tell you what. We're actually unbeaten in, 8 games now, and things are starting to look up for us, but we've still got some tough games to come up against Portsmouth, Wickham, Dagenham. Actually, these are all bottom half teams, so there's still potential there. So I'm thinking Stevenage, maybe? It's into December then, so there's quite a few games and there's some international breaks or just breaks in general that will be in the way, but I'm pleased with the way things are going. So in the next episode, we're going to be doing the Stevenage match at home since there's no other really top games to come at the moment. But there you go, guys. I'm happy with things are going, and I'm sure if Vinnie Jones was here right now, he'd be... Well, I don't wonder what he would think about that.
Pretty good. Pretty damn good, lads!
Well, there you go. That's all you need to know about that, really. So, yeah, I'm pretty pleased. And if you guys have liked this episode, and the fact that we're actually finally starting to get some traction now, please do drop a like on the episode. That'll be amazing. This episode has taken like 8 hours to actually do due to all the tweaking and whatnot that I've been doing. So, I will see you guys in the next episode, and if you haven't already, please do subscribe to the channel. That'd be amazing. And I'll see you guys in the next episode for a home game against Stevenage, where maybe, I'm sure we'll probably have lost a game since then, but we've got some home matches coming up too, so a chance to really get some points on the board. Makes me very happy. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.